Hi, this is Darshni. Let me explain about web scraping using R. In this session, we'll discuss about what is web scraping, where and why we use web scraping, and tools for web scraping. Generally, web scraping is a technique from which the required data can be collected and can be filtered. The data which is being fetched from various websites will be present in an unstructured formats like HTML tags, and the process of web scraping is to convert those unstructured format to a structured format from which the data can be easily accessed and used. Most people would be able to copy and paste the data manually. However, it will not be feasible to do it for larger websites with hundreds of pages. Copy paste of data in Excel sheet or in your R document will not work properly. This is where web scraping plays a major role. However, we can copy paste enormous amount of data from various websites, but saving those data would become more problem, whereas web scraping takes care of that too. We save the data in a desired format with the help of web scraping. Web scraping can be used for analyzing various domains. To list the few. For reputation and brand monitoring, in machine learning, competitor analysis, financial data analysis, build a price comparison website, building product catalog, for social media analysis and news monitoring. In reputation and brand monitoring, web scraping helps us to understand how a customer feels about the product or its services. Generally, we know that in machine learning, it requires a lot of data. To gather data across millions of websites, we need web scraping and it will be useful. Then in financial analysis, we can analyze the data for insight. That is, we can understand the data deeply when we use scraping. And for social media analysis, we can collect social media data and find the customer trend and the way they react to something based on their reviews. And in news monitoring, using scraping, we can also analyze the current event which is being occurred. And the items which is being scrapped from the web are: once it can be a product item, the images or the videos, the text documents, or the contact information of a person like email, phone number, and etc. As I already said, the scraping of those data will be in the form of an HTML document. Generally, to know that, we need to know the basics of an HTML document. And what we will learn in this session is standard web scraping commands, filtering data, analyzing and summarizing text. Okay, now the process of web scraping. Initially, we need to identify the information on the internet that we need to use, and only from that web page with the URL consist of those patterns we can scrap the data. The processes can be a human copy paste method, or the text pattern matching method, the API interface, or DOM parsing, or using the select a gadget method. These are all the various methods to scrap data from various websites. In human copy paste method, as I told earlier, this is a slow and efficient way of scrapping data from various websites. This involves humans themselves analyzing and copying data to local storage. In text pattern matching, another simple approach to extract information from the web is by using the regular expression. In API interface, many websites like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. provides public or the private API, which can be called using a standard code, retrieving the data in a prescribed format. And in DOM parsing, by using the web browsers, programmers can retrieve the dynamic content generated by the client-side script. It is also possible to parse web pages into a DOM tree, based on which programmers can retrieve parts of these pages. We'll use the DOM parsing approach during the course of this article and rely on the CSS selector of the web page for finding the relevant field which contain the desired information. But before we begin with, there are few prerequisites that one in order to proficiently scrap data from any website. I told that we can use selector gadget also. This is which the selector gadget will be more sufficient for any of the user in order to perform web scraping. To perform this, you can access and download the selector gadget extension. As we commonly use DOM parsing and selector gadget, we need to know a little about the basics of HTML. The HTML is abbreviated as the Hypertext Markup Language. We know that HTML consists of a header tag, the body tag, and the footer tag. Header tag consists of all the HTML elements with its heading, title, etc. And inside the body tag, we will be having the paragraph, text, divisions, list, and etc. And the footer is the end of the document. And this is a document object model. In this, it consists of an element, attribute, and the text. The document will definitely have an element, attribute, and the text. The document consists of the HTML, head, body. Inside the head, we have the title, and inside the body, we will be having a link of any URL or any paragraph text, and the paragraph text may contain IDs, types, input values, etc. And the HTML element will look like this. The HTML element will be in the form of the shown title. It consists of a tag name, attribute name, and the attribute value. The combination of these forms an HTML element. This is the basic HTML code, which consists of an HTML and the CSS tag. HTML is the Hypertext Markup Language, and the CSS is it designs how the web page should be. Tools for web scraping. In this, we use rwaste and regular expression. Rwaste is a library file which consists of HTML nodes, read HTML, HTML tag, HTML text, HTML attributes, etc. In HTML nodes, we can download and store the HTML data. In read HTML, the HTML objects are collected from the CSS or XPath selector. In HTML tag, the name of the tag will be present inside that HTML tag, and in the text is present inside it. In regular expression, we have three categories: grep, grepl, and gzip. Grep returns the string vector indices of the string that matches the pattern. Grepl returns a logical vector of a length. gzip pattern in string replaces it with its replacement string. Here are some few examples of those regular expressions. When we give a string in this format, grep returns. If this is the string, it returns the position where this is present. And in grepl, if this keyword is present inside that string, it returns true, else it returns false. And in gzip, in this, the pattern is replaced with WTF and from the string.